Well, I think you get treated like an apostate or a heretic if you're somebody who they think should go along with the religion. Like if you're just somebody who's nothing to do with it, they leave you alone. They leave most men alone. So it's people that they want to join in the play, to use my analogy of, putting on the play and everyone else has to clap. They're the people who get into trouble. So the people who get treated the worst are the detransitioners, people who used to identify as trans and now no longer do. Often people who...
But I didn't think they ever had any regrets, Helen, because I thought that fewer people complained about the procedures they'd been through than complain about failed knee operations.
Isn't it amazing how these memes make it around the world? I mean, I've heard that comparison too. Nobody's checking, John. Those gender clinics are not doing follow-ups.
The point you're making is that nobody know because nobody's gone out there and actually asked them.
So when we've looked anywhere that they've done some serious research, it's much higher than that. But also regret is an odd concept to be using here. It's not the concept we use for any other medical treatments. So just to back up a bit, what we're talking about here is people who don't just identify as trans. They're people who go through some medical pathway. So they will take hormone blockers, perhaps cross-sex hormones, and perhaps have some surgery to try to make their bodies look more like the opposite sex, and then later decide that that wasn't a great idea.
Yes.
So we don't decide on the efficacy of any other medical treatment on the basis of regret. We actually compare it with other treatment pathways or with doing nothing. So, for example, there are treatments that we now know mostly don't work. Things like surgery on your lower back or certain surgery, keyhole surgery on the knee for certain injuries. It's not because they've done lots of them and asked people, do they regret it? Because often people don't have anything to compare with. Like they get better naturally, so they think that they are better and they put it down to the operation. You compare doing it to not doing it, and then you discover that actually it didn't work. It didn't do any good. So what's the point in regretting if you cut off body parts? You can't get them back. Most people, it's part of staying sane and staying happy as a human being. We readjust ourselves to what's happened to us, and we rewrite the way we think about the decisions we've made in order that we can live with ourselves. So it's most people who have done these things, even if it wasn't the wisest thing and it would have been better if they didn't do it, they'll say something like, well, I was in a very difficult place. That seemed like the right thing to do at the moment. I forgive myself for it. And I learned a lot from it. I've come out a stronger person. People say that sort of thing. And anyone who knows anything about medical research will know that's someone who shouldn't have had that operation. But they've got to move forward with the rest of their lives. So they won't tell you that they regret. So it's already the wrong concept. But anyway, even when you use that concept of regret, you're certainly talking about 10% and up in anywhere that has looked at it. And also, we haven't waited very long to find out.
No.
If you had these things done as a teenager or in your early 20s, many women don't realise they want children until their mid to late 30s. Men maybe later. So, we wait 20, 30, 40 years. What about when people start getting early onset dementia because of the hormones they took? In the 50s or 60s?